Masechet Berachot 1-2. Me'ematai kodim et Shema b'shachrit. From when do we recite the Shema of Shachrit? Before we did Arbit, now we do Shachrit. Meshayakir ben techelet lelavan. When you can recognize, meaning there's enough light out that you can see between blue and white. Rabbi Eliezer Omer ben techelet lekarti. Between blue and green. Now blue and green, they're very similar. You need more light to distinguish the two. So that's why the opinion of Eliezer is it should be lighter out, waiting more time before you would say Shema, while the first opinion is saying closer to dawn, meaning earlier, you can already start saying Shema. V'gomra ad hanetzach hama, and it should be finished, Shema should be done already at Netzach Hama. Actually, it ends right at the Netzach Hama, and then we start the Amidah. Rabbi Yehush, which is sunrise. Rabbi Yehoshua Omer ad shalosh shaot. Rabbi Yehoshua says you have until the third hour, which again, if the morning is 6 o'clock, 6 till 7, 8, 9, technically, of course, sha'od zamaniot, like we said, that's as long the time that you have. Sheken derech bnei melachim la'amod b'shlosh shaot, because the sons of kings, the princes, would get up, and even the kings would get up at the third hour, by the third hour. Hakoreh mekan ve'elach, if you read from here and on, meaning from then and on, lo hifsid, you didn't lose, ke'adam hakoreh b'torah, because it says, though you're still learning Torah, because after all, you're reading the parashiyot of Shema, which is from the Torah. So you did miss Shema in its appropriate time, but you did still say the Shema like you're reading in the Torah. So in that way, the Mishnah says that we did not lose. So this was about time period of the morning Shema, beginning and ending. Now concerning the 6:13, this is all about Kiryat Shema, which we had in the last Mishnah. And it's again back to the Rambam in his 4 chapters that encompass all of the laws, chapter 1 and Halacha Yud Aleph. And as far as the Mishnah connection, so this is time period of the day. Once the Mishnah talked about the night, which was the first one, because it says Ub shochbecha, when you lie down, Ub kumecha, and when you get up. So since that's the order of the verse, nighttime was the first one explained by the Mishnah, and then followed by the daytime. So it's fairly simple, the Mishnah connection for this. And now we get to the Sugyot, page 9b. The beginning, which is Me'ematai kodim et Shema in the B'shachrit, Meshayakir ben techelet lelavan. So that's the first Mishnaic statement. And under that, the first Sugya or topic is case clarification of blue and white. Topic number 2 is various opinions as to the earliest time period of Shema. And topic 3, a ruling is issued in accordance with Acherim and Vatikin. And this brings the whole sugya about joining the redemption blessings to the prayer, which is Somech Geula Litfila, which is the link to the next sugya, number 4, which is benefits of joining the redemption blessings to the prayer at sunrise. Topic number 5, verses that precede and follow the Amidah, or Shmoneh Esrei. This relates to the topic in that the Gemara explains that these verses don't act as an interruption between Geula and Tefillah. Topic number 6, Bruria clarifies 2 verses. One verse is Yetamu Chataim, which was brought in the last sugya in Barachi, Nafshi in Tehillim. And then because she said one thing, the Gemara brought another thing that she said. And this is on page 10a now. Topic number 7 is validity in expounding juxtapositions, which is simuchin. And the reason they bring this now is because it starts by saying, Amar le hahu mina, some have siduki le Rabbi Abhu. A certain min, who's a non-believer, asked Rabbi Abhu. Now this phrase was brought before with bruria, because it said Amar le'ahu mina lebruria, when it was the second thing that she taught. So because that phrase was said, the Gemara brought another story where that same phrase was cited. And then we get to topic number 8. The reason Barechi Nafshi et Hashem is written 5 times. King David said 5 times in Tehillim that phrase. Now this is one long sugya. You can almost make it an A and a B. But it culminates by saying, Mi yavo mi sheyesh bo chamisha divrim halalu, vishabach le mi sheyesh bo chamishim hadivrim halalu. Let the one that has these five things, which is the neshama, the soul, should praise the one that has these 5 things, which was reference to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. So that already brought it back to David, who was saying these Barechi Nafshi as a song from the beginning of the sugya. So it's really one long sugya, and that's the connection of it. And of course, because we were talking about Barechi Nafshi, this is brought. Now, sugya, or topic number 9, is King Chizkiyahu is granted more life. And Rashi brings the connection of the sugyot, because at the end of this whole sugya, when it's talking about the good that Chizkiyahu said that he did, one opinion is that he was Samach Geula Litfilah. He joined the redemption blessings to the prayer. So this sugya went back to that. So all these other tangents finished, and it went back now to that topic. And now number 10 topic is 6 things that King Chizkiyahu did. Now one of them is that he hid the book of healing or remedies, Sefer Refuot, and that was brought as an opinion in the last sugya. So now on page 10b, the Gemara brings 5 other things that King Chizkiyahu did, so making 6. And then topic 11 is praying in one's own merit or others. And that's brought because Chizkiyahu prayed in his own merit, and it's bringing that pasuk that was stated above when it talked about his prayer, where it says, Zechor na et asher hitalachti lefanecha, that I walked before you. And then the next topic, 12, is Elisha Hanavi and the Shunamite woman. This is brought again because of above, when Chizkiyahu was saying his prayer, and it said Mekirot Libo, from the wall, about the wall. One opinion was referencing the Shunamite woman and her story about the kir, which we're going to talk about here. So that brings it back to this topic. Number 13, manner of prayer which promote humility. And you had the same Manda Amar in the last sugya, which is Amar b'Yosef b'Chanina mishum Rabbi Eliezer ben Yaakov. And also besides that, the topic of kir and kirot libo that had to do with prayer. So this is also on the topic of prayer. And it continues with the same Manda Amar and also more about prayer. Topic 14, aligning one's legs during prayer. And number 15 is eating before the morning prayer. And of course, the Manda Amar, some have parentheses that there was another rabbi, but it shows the same phrase of Manda Amar when you look closely. That's the end of that Mishnaic clause from the beginning. Now we get to the next one, which is Rabbi Yehoshua Omer ad shalosh shaot, that Rabbi Yehoshua says until the 3rd hour. And we have one sugya on this, which is a ruling is issued in accordance with Rabbi Yehoshua. And the next Mishnaic phrase, Hakoreh mekan ve'elach lo hifsid. If you read after this time, one does not lose. The one topic discussed here is saying the blessings of Shema after the time has passed, if one can or not. And then you have the last phrase of the Mishnah, Ke'adam hakoreh b'Torah. It's like a person reading Torah. And one sugya under this, Shema recital in its proper time is greater than Torah learning. And this is the end of this Mishnah. So we had 4 parts of the Mishnah broken down. The first part, which was Me'ematai, had 15 sugyot. And then Rabbi Yoshua Omer at Shalosh Shaot had 1. HaKoreh Mekan Ve'elach Lo Yifsid had 1. Ka'adam HaKoreh BaTorah had 1. So we have 18 sugyot, of course, in this way of counting it, under Mishnah 2. And again, to show a difference between the Mishnah and the Gemara of the Mishnah is where it said, Sheken derech b'nei melachim la'amod b'shalosh sha'ot. That's how it's written in the Mishnah. Now the Gemara here, it doesn't say b'nei. It says Sheken derech melachim la'amod. Just to note that difference.